Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again. So about a week ago, I think I gave you guys a video of kind of like my first impressions slash explaining the game of Echo of Soul, which is the current game that I'm playing now. And you know, for the most part, for a free-to-play game, for like a budget free-to-play game, the game's actually pretty good. I guess it's kind of going to be like impressions number 2 after a little bit of playtime forward slash kind of going over some stuff I didn't like about the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and run you guys through a dungeon, because in the previous video I didn't really show you guys much content of like actual fighting. So I want to actually show you guys that, because combat is pretty important. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset this really fast. And remember, you can run solo dungeons whenever you want, which is really cool about this game. So we're just gonna go ahead, dungeon info, reset dungeon, and let's pop in. So in the previous video as well, I was showing you guys a mage. It was specifically an ice sorceress, which is built on instant cast abilities, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like it because of the way instant casts work. You have to stand still while using them. So I was like, you know what? I kind of want to try it on melee, and I want to see how they work. So here we are. Let's show you guys what the melee perspective looks like. To me, at least, I think it feels much more enjoyable. Now, all the skills that you see popping up are actually linked skills. So, like, if I use a certain skill, or if I complete a certain action, then I have the chance of it popping up. And those skills are not actually on the hotkey bars. See, it gets a little more fluid when you get to bossing. But so far, it's been really cool. You know, again, as I've been playing the game more and more, I've actually been learning little things about this game that I wouldn't expect it had. I'm trying to remember. It's hard to figure out like all the things. But anyway, so there is open guild versus guild PvP. So our guild right now that I'm in is at war, and you can literally fight anyone else that's at war, which is really cool. It's always nice to fight people while questing. There is a really good system that they incorporated in the game, which is basically you cannot PvP in dungeon gear, and you cannot dungeon in PvP gear. You will do 1 damage. It does not allow you to do it, which I thought was really cool, because a lot of games horribly ruin that, and they allow you to do it, and it's just like there's no reward for PvPing because the best gear is out of a dungeon. So I thought that was really smart of them. Even though it's a free-to-play game, they're the ones who got it right. Now, again, there is no tank. Sorry, there is a tank. There are no healer classes in this game. So when you run dungeons, you have dedicated tanks, and everyone can kind of heal each other. If you look down here, there's a party heal hotkey where you basically use your healing scroll, which you could use on yourself for players in your party instead. And it's pretty cool. When I was at least playing in 50 dungeons, like things like this, there's actually quite a few mechanics to move out of. I was told at 60, it gets a lot more fun and enjoyable, because you're rewarded again for doing. Oh fucking A. You're rewarded greatly, because since this isn't really a true action combat game, it's a tab target, but it does have the elements of constantly dodging and the fluidity and the smoothness, I guess you could say, of true action in a way, which makes it just really interesting. Again, the only thing that I really don't like with this game, which is going to be a turnoff to a lot of people, I totally understand, is the amount of stationary combat that you have. Pretty much everything is stationary. Even though on bosses you're still moving around, you can't strafe a boss. But in a sense, it's how the game is. You know, I like to give every game a fair shot until level 60, or sorry, until end game in the game specifically. I don't feel it's very fair for me to just leave the game and just be like, well, the game is shit. I only played it for 5 minutes, but the game is shit. I know it. And as you guys can see here, this is my pet dance game, followed by Pohx Kappa with the Guild Kappa. And again, for a free-to-play game, the really cool system that they have is you can have up to 4 specs at once. So with 4 specs, you're literally able to do the following: PVE, like PVE second spec, or how? Let me explain this better. Not just second spec, third spec. You have 2 classes in one. So like I have the option of going Protector or Berserker. If I press K, you can see my Protector. If I hit, or sorry, my Berserker. If I click Protector, you can see the Protector skill tree. Now, since you can technically gain up to 4 different roles, essentially, you can switch between them. So you could have a PvP tank, a PvE tank, a PvP Berserker, and a PvE Berserker, which I thought was awesome. Normally, in free-to-play games, again, you're given one role, and you have to spend 20 bucks every time you want to switch from PvP to PvE. That's my experience with PvE games, at least. So I really like that. Again, there's some features in it that are just really, really cool. Oh, actually, I remembered what it is. I don't think I can do it in here. I have to be in a party to do it. But anyway, you guys are aware how you can mark targets in games, right? You can mark a target, and then you put like a heart over it, and then you tell your party like, okay, focus square, you know, don't touch circle, triangle, CC, etc. In this game, you can actually mark the floor, which I thought was really awesome. So like if you decide to take the game kind of serious, or you get into the rating which comes out later, or maybe PvP, you could explain to people like, alright, focus fire here, AoE there, etc. This, you know, the healer is right. I don't know, I just thought it was a really cool system. Alright. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Now, another thing is, yellow skills can be interrupted, such as this one. White skills cannot be interrupted. Whites are instant cast. As for more content as well, again, I'm gonna get to level 60 before I decide whether or not I enjoy this game or not. If I do enjoy the game, like a decent amount, I'll probably play it for about a month. I can't see myself playing the game for more than a month, because in about a month the PoE expansion goes live. And again, this is just an MMO. I just want to go in and jump into. It's fun learning them, etc. So yeah, and here we go. Now this guy's really mad because, let's see, I have to dodge that. Let's dodge that. Rip, didn't dodge it. Now, another cool thing, and this is dependent on your class as well, but I actually have to auto-attack on my character. So my character's a Berserker, and if I don't auto-attack, I will not gain Rage. If I do not auto-attack, I will not gain Rage. So I actually have to focus my auto-attacks in between skills. Which you can see, there's an auto, there's an auto, there's an auto. Which again is interesting, because most games that I've played, at least again, your auto attack is just part of your character. You don't have to animation time it or anything. It just happens. Oh, Protector boots. That sucks. So I thought that was another cool thing where auto attacks are very favored. And because there are no global cooldowns in this game, you're really forced to understand the animations of every skill and figure out, if you want to figure out how to do like max damage for your character, you really have to understand your rotations. Because again, there's no global cooldown. You can pretty much use whatever you want whenever you want, assuming it's not on cooldown. Which a lot of skills, I mean, at least in my scenario, have a very, very, very short cooldown. Oh. Oh. You know he has 360k HP. You guys know I could one-shot him, Kappa? Okay, this dungeon's pretty much done right over here. So let's move in for a little bit. And this was a rather short one, but again, you know, I'm trying to show you guys and show you the combat is pretty fun. I like it a lot. Over my course of time streaming it, a lot of people, and actually in, what's the word I'm looking for? An uncommon amount of people would tell me that this looks like a Terra clone in a way, and you know, my response to them is, it's very strange that you say that because this game is tab target. It's not even true action combat. Alright, boys, the loots! Let's get it! I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Armor. I mean, my armor rolled terrible, so let's check. Let's see, what do we get on this one? Also, all stats roll with pieces of gear. So if you look at the current chest piece I'm using now, it gives, I rolled an 18 HP out of a potential 1 to 82 and 1 to 18 piercing. So let's ID this right now. And we rolled 23, so it's actually a little better than my current chest piece. So we'll just swap this in. Oops. There we go. That's correct, right? There we go. Now another cool thing is the jewels you get. So on your gear you have jewels, and they actually make a they're actually very insane on what they do. So if you look at the jewel in my chest piece right now, it actually gives me 109 HP. Now considering my character only has 1,961, that's pretty big. 109 HP is pretty substantial. And the reason why is all gems give a percentage increase, or with, I believe, a flat percentage as well. So I'm going to pull out a jewel really fast. Jewels and gems, I don't know what they're called. It gives a 26% HP increase, percentage, with a 6 flat. That base value goes off your gear. So you're really rewarded for min-maxing your gear, which I, again, thought was really, really cool. Just little things in this game that I'm enjoying that not a lot. Oh, I'm tired, man. Fuck, you guys know what I mean. Alright, so let's just put this back in. Shift right click and boom. So anyway, that is going to be it for now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know down below. The party system is still pretty fun. It actually queues pretty quickly because everything is usually cross-server in this game, paired with the fact of you don't have a healer class in this game. So normally it's healer and tank, now it's just to wait for a tank. That's pretty much going to be it. And again, any questions you guys have, feel free to drop them down below. I will see you guys later. Have a good one, everybody.